Hello creation, I hope you're well. It's we've got that solid bank of false cloud above us. It doesn't even resemble cloud, you know, that's what's funny about it. Well, it's not funny, is it? It's just... Anyway, it's a head shaker. Look. It's a head shaking tutter. That's me. Look. They've done it again. They've covered us over again. I have a right to the sunshine and I want the sunshine, and them pillocks in the plains are spraying out that burgundy and clear chemicals, mixing it together, pulling this. What's going on? They've done it again. Anyway, what can you do? What can you do? So, I wanted to. I've not written anything as yet, thus far, this morning. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you of an experience that I had. It was my energy that came out of body. It was while I was living close to my son, just round the corner from my son, having previously been homeless and penniless for a short while. But I may talk about that some other time, you know, that's just something else. But it was for only a short while. And when we've nothing more to lose, that's when you really find yourself. But not only do you find yourself, that's when you look to a higher guidance, shall we say, a higher self guidance. Some say God, whatever. That wasn't the moment, but I mean, you know, I've always felt that there's been something, you know. My life's just been, I can't just put it all in a short video like this. The experiences have been so vast and so diverse, and there's been so many of them I couldn't possibly, if I were to write a book, nobody would believe what I've experienced. Well, not nobody, but some would, you know. But some would say it's fantasy. Is life not fantasy? Are we not creating it ourselves? Oh no. Yeah, vibration that we are, but that's just my opinion, and if it don't resonate, it's not for you. But anyway, while I was living around the corner from my son, and having fought and you know, alcoholism for a number of years, trying to find the answer at the bottom of a bottle, you know, a whiskey bottle and beer, you know, I never found the answer. All I did was put myself lower and lower and lower and lower and deeper into those low vibrational frequencies. And that can be a hell of a place to get out of, you know, from. And it takes nothing but strength and belief in self, but you do need that, you know. If I weren't meant to be here now, talking like this, hopefully giving insight that may help others, then I wouldn't be here, would I? I'd be back with my soul family or my soul tribe, or me, you know, I'd be mingling with my ancestors, I'd be in the ethers. Yeah, I know, there'll be someone say, well, he's in the ethers now, look at him, he's up in cloud cuckoo land, whatever. But I want to tell you about this experience. And when I, at that time, and for quite some time, I'd been asking the universe, you know, and I would look up to the sky, or I would, you know, but I know it's within as well, because another opinion, but I know it's all connected. I know we're all energy, it's all connected. And I would put my hands in prayer position and I would say, And I always say thank you for my life, regardless of circumstance. Regardless of circumstance, I would always say thank you for my life. And then I would say, cleanse this mind, this body, this spirit, this soul, this ether, every atom of this existence, every atom of this creation, with the purest, unconditional, loving light energy. And I would ask for that cleansing, and I would ask regularly, you know. Now this one particular night, yeah, we go to bed, some out there might be saying, oh well, it was just a dream. No, there's a difference, and you know when you're having an out-of-body experience. I do anyway, so it's, you know, there'll be those out there who can totally resonate with this. But the place where I lived was a house share, and I was just living in the room. There was a bed, there was the breakfast bar and what have you, and there was a little window near the breakfast bar, and I saw myself go up to this window, which was only about 3 foot, so the energy, you know, I wasn't 6 foot tall in a 3 foot window. The energy was it were relevant to the you know, the size of the window, my energy. So in essence you could say I shrunk from 6 foot to 3 foot, but that's my energy, which, you know, energy, there's no form to it, is there? And I'm looking and I see this planet getting closer. In the distance I see this planet getting closer. And it was, all I can say is it was black and white. I've no idea which planet it was. It was just, from what I remember, it was black and white. And it was coming closer, coming closer. I was aware that there was a spirit guide with me, because confirmation was that I turned round and I looked at, it was almost like it was another version of me looking back at me, if that makes sense. So the version that was energy looks back at whatever was observing and said, there's a planet coming, it's getting closer, it's getting, and it was, and I kept looking out this window and it was massive. It was getting closer, and then a little bit of fear came in. Well, it wasn't a little bit, there was a fear came in, because in that energy I then said, it's gonna crash into the world and kill us all, you know, it's gonna crash into Earth and kill us all. Words, something like that, but that's what the thought was, whether I spoke that or not. And then it came right up to the window, and then this beam of pure energy shot into my solar plexus, and I screamed because I could feel everything. I could feel it. All the negativity were being drained out of every cell, every atom of this creation, every cell, every atom, and it was drawing it out and drawing it out and drawing it out. And then that was it, and I woke, and I felt as light as a feather. I felt great, and I felt cleansed. It worked for me. It worked for me. Ask and you shall receive, but be careful what you ask for. Anyway, I'm running out of time on this 10-minute video, so yeah, there's more to life. Take care.